The Nintendo Switch Holiday eShop sale continues today with 10 more great games that you can pick up for less than $5 each. All of the deals in today's video last until the first or second week of the new year, and they're all at brand new low prices. Welcome back everyone, thanks as always for hanging out. With all that said, we'll dive in. Brotato is a single-player top-down wave-based shooter, similar to something like Vampire Survivors. You have 6 playable characters and take on waves of monsters that last up to a minute and a half. Your attacks happen automatically, but they do allow for manual aiming, and as you play through you can collect upgrades and new weapons to help fight off the hordes of enemies. The game has a cartoonish art style, but it is incredibly tough and well worth the sale price. Right now it's marked down 20% to an all-time low at just $3.99, with the deal ending on the 4th, and the download comes in at 250 megabytes. Ganryu 2 is a retro-inspired single-player 2D action platformer with a download just under 700 megabytes and offers maybe 5 to 6 hours of gameplay. Now this is another incredibly tough game, so do keep that in mind if you plan to pick it up. And it's a sequel to a game that was released back in the late 90s, where we follow our main protagonist on a quest to overcome an old enemy. The combat is incredibly fun and the game looks great here on the console. And right now it's on sale for just $3.99, marked down 80% again until the 4th. Make sure to check it out. Timelie is a single-player puzzle-style adventure game with a download around 2 gigs, and again it offers about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay. The unique feature to this game is that we as the player have the ability to control time, almost like you would a video player. You can rewind and fast forward or even pause time. And of course this is used to complete puzzles or even get a quick glance into the future of events before they happen. Throughout the game you'll control both the main character and her sidekick, which is a little cat that can help distract enemies or even solve puzzles, and it's pretty fun once you get the hang of it. Right now it's on sale for just $3.99, marked down 80% to an all-time low, with the deal ending again on the 4th. ANIMUS Revenant is a single-player action RPG with an isometric view, which was a change to the series as the first 2 featured an over-the-shoulder view. Both of course work well, and I do enjoy this style a little bit more. It has a download around 2.5 gigs and offers between 25 and 50 hours of gameplay on average. This one definitely has that Souls-like feel to it with tactical stamina-based combat, and of course it's tough by default, so be prepared for that. You can craft or upgrade items to improve stats, and getting to know all of the in-game mechanics will be required to take on some of the tougher bosses near the end of the game. Right now you can pick it up for just $4.13, marked down 82%, with the deal ending on the 9th. Ministry of Broadcast is a single-player narrative-driven platform adventure title that offers a comedic story that should last roughly 5 to 10 hours, and the download comes in at about 2 gigs. The story revolves around a man separated from his family as part of a twisted game show, where the only way to survive and earn your freedom is to, of course, play through the game. It has a gorgeous retro aesthetic and the puzzles are creative and never really feel frustrating or like they're getting in the way of progressing through the game. Right now it's on sale for just $4.49, marked down 70% to a new low, and the deal ends on the 5th. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 The Deluxe Edition is an incredible mashup of 2 franchises. You have the One Piece characters and the origin story of the Straw Hats, combined with the combat and gameplay found in the Dynasty Warrior games. The Deluxe Edition includes all of the DLC and extra cosmetics, and does include the full roster of characters as well. You can also play with a friend in local split-screen co-op, or just take the game with you on the go. Now it does have a pretty hefty download though at a little over 13 gigs, but right now you can pick it up for just $4.79, marked down 88%, and the deal ends on the 4th. Youropa is a unique single-player puzzle-style adventure game with a download around 1 gig. It features a pretty cool mechanic where you can walk around the different sections of this broken city, defying gravity and solving puzzles, but if you happen to step off the wrong ledge, gravity of course returns, sending you falling into the clouds. The main character is customizable, and it can be pretty fun to play around with for a little bit, but for the most part I just worked through the story without really worrying too much about how I look. If you're interested in Youropa, it's on sale at a brand new low of just $4.94, marked down 67% with the deal ending again on the 4th. Axiom Verge is a single-player retro platformer with a small download at just over 300 megabytes, and it offers about 10 hours of gameplay on average. The graphics and soundtrack are impressive, but even more so when you realize the game was made by one person. The combat is amazing, the upgrade system works well, and the port here to the Switch runs great and includes all of the content, which makes it a great way to play the game. Now, the map is the only downside in my opinion. It's easy to get lost, but otherwise this is a great pickup right now at just $4.99, marked down 75% with the deal ending on the 4th. Firewatch is a narrative-driven walking sim, or at least it begins that way, but throughout the story, the choices that you make and of course the tension surrounding you ends up building up, creating a one-of-a-kind game with beautiful graphics and both comedic and heart-melting moments that will last even after the roughly 3-hour story has ended. We follow a lookout guard named Henry as he sets out to investigate strange things that are happening in the forest around him. It really is a one-of-a-kind game, and right now you can pick it up for just $4.99, marked down 75% with the deal ending on the 4th. The download is just over 2 gigs. Romancing Saga 2 is a very unique JRPG that gives players more than 30 hours of gameplay, and the download is just under 1.5 gigs. What makes this game so unique is how the story is told, the way the combat system scales based on your level, and the fact that you actually have permadeath that can occur if you lose to the same enemy too many times. With that said though, it's also one of the games from the SNES days that's aged the best over time, at least in my opinion. The gameplay holds up today as well, and the pixelated graphics are gorgeous here on the console. Another unique feature comes in with the combat system. You have to constantly align your party members and wear the right gear with proper weapons, as each enemy has their own strengths and weaknesses, and the game is pretty difficult by default. If you haven't played this one yet, make sure to give it a look before the deal ends on the 4th. It's marked down 80% to an all-time low at just $4.99. It's well worth that price for fans of the genre. Alright everyone, here are a few other great deals to check out while you're already on the eShop.
Features a 16-bit destructible open world, spanning from the city to the suburbs, the beach to the water, to farms, parks, and the jungle.
Ferocious combat. Confront the calamitous gods. Acquire powers beyond mortal comprehension.
think that almost dying twice would teach you when to quit?
What can I say? Seems I'm a slow learner. My.
Alright everyone, that wraps up today's video. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you had a good time, and Happy New Year to everyone. Much love, stay safe out there, be careful on the holiday, take care everyone.